Hello, summoners, and welcome to another League of Legends commentary. Good start by SeiferKatt. We have a ranked game, Elo, 1100 1200, I'm not sure, and the teams are CO Real on Zyra, Jaco Banner on Jax, Exploding Turtles on Ashe. I love your name, by the way. Scary Coast on Orianna, Tachyon 4013 on Cho'Gath. He's going to be called Tachyon from now on. And on purple team, we have Ryder on Not Connected, a very strong champion. God of the New World on Nidalee. SeiferKatt Vayne on Exop's Power on SeiferKatt Vayne. Amphley on Lee Sin. And Dagu on Diana. And Raider is not connected. Oh, here we go. Raider is on Nunu. So, this is a ranked team match, so we don't have any of the solo queue going on here. Everyone should know each other. And there should be communication. So, will we see an early invade? Not sure. I can't say for sure just yet, but we've got some familiar faces here. Given the fact that every champion has seen a lot, we're going to see familiar faces. Now, there's actually two other games here. We have the Skin War, and the Skin War is won quite handily by the purple team with 2 skins to 0. Next off, we have the Name War. The Name War is another important one. And we have Exploding Turtles, good name, Tachyon 4013, not a great name, because numbers. On the other team, we have Raider and God of the New World. God of the New World has 0 in it, Raider. So God of the New World and Raider was obviously already taken, so sorry purple team, you lose the Name War. And Exploding Turtles is a good name, by the way. But, you know, it's fine. And unfortunately, Exop's Power has an X in his name. Probably he's meant to be Ops Power, but yeah. The Name War is important. And we're starting! No more idle chat from me. And everyone is just doing their thing. Let's just get the mouse there. Everyone's buying their items. We're seeing probably the boots and 3 health pots by pretty much everyone, because that's what everyone does in these games these days. And everyone's just running their lanes as you would normally do. Nothing completely controversial here. I'm seeing on the blue team, I'm seeing a lot of ignites and exhausts. On the purple team, we've got a heal there for Vayne. That's a little unusual, but that's cool. Nothing wrong with that. Let's just move some things around. Okay, a little bit of silence here as everyone does their thing. And I'm trying to figure out what lane everyone's going to be in. That's always an important part of the game, as I'm sure we all know. And it's probably going to be Vayne support. Not Vayne, Zyra support. Alright, so we've got a bit of protection here. Blue is being protected, whereas purple lane, no protection from purple lane, except for Dagu. Dagu is just sort of hanging out there, just seeing what's going on. But blue lane is definitely wanting to start protect those wolves. Cho'Gath, the jungler, wants to start on wolves, so you know, expecting a little bit of aggression there just to get those wolves out early. Meanwhile, it looks like Lee Sin's going to start with red. That's a very common thing for Lee Sin to start with, but oh, what's going to go on here with purple team's blue? Are they going to give it to Nunu? Not a bad choice. Makes the support a little bit stronger. Makes the slow a lot more useful. But no early aggression from either side, so you know, no one's wanting to take that risky invade. And purple team just helps out Lee Sin just to make sure, or Amphley, whatever, just to get those wraiths. And we're going to see a leash on red, and Dagu will likely then just rush back to his minions. There he goes. Orianna's also returning to her minions after helping out the leash. Oh, the leash failed! That is disappointing. Orianna's going to have to be there a little longer than perhaps she wanted to be, which allows Dagu to get free farm on the minions. Tachyon is not going to be happy with that. Tachyon's going to be a lot hurt. I personally play a lot of Cho'Gath jungle, and that is really going to hurt him. So, purple team starts off with a bit of an advantage. Dagu also gets the free farm, whereas Scary Coast. I've heard that the minions resetting is more of a fault of the jungler than the leasher, but I've never really done the research on that, so whatever. Yep, the lanes have pretty much worked out how I expected. The blue was not taken by Vayne or Nunu, maybe more of a protection thing, just a case and evade. But we see the first gank from Amphley going against Jacob Obama. Not Jake Obama, that's different. But he's going to get away safe. No, he's not! 1 kill from Flea. First blood to purple team. Good work, Flea. That's a good way to start a game. You got to be very careful about those level 2 Lee Sin ganks, because he will come for you at level 2. And that really helps out the top lane. He's going to go back and buy. He will enjoy his gold. Good work, sir. Good work. 700 gold. He's going to be mighty happy with that. He's going to buy a Vampiric Scepter and cloth armor. He started with the boots. A little unusual for Lee Sin. In fact, Cho'Gath also started with boots. I guess that's why his health was going down so fast. Personally, I always like a health regen thing on Cho'Gath for jungling, but hey, every jungler plays their own way. Meanwhile, bottom is just trying to farm up. Nothing really happening down here. It's just all very sort of samey. The purple lane has got a lot of minions there. Maybe God of the New World was just wanting to deny Jacobana. I hate your name. I keep wanting to say Obama. Just helping him keep the farms away. You know, because needly a day keeps the farms away. That is a legitimate phrase that I've heard a doctor say once. He said he was a doctor, but really I think he was just... Oh, and hang on, we've got a gank coming in from Amphley. They haven't seen anything, but missed with the Q. There's a lot of damage coming in, but SeiferKatt is going to get away just fine. So, a little disappointing there, but, you know, the next day, maybe things will change. And Amphley returns to the jungle. Tachyon, however, maybe going in for the first... gank. Going to go up behind Needly. Needly is going to get away. Hang on, what's going on to bottom lane? A lot of damage to Vayne. We get both AD carries killed. Meanwhile, the top lane, going to be the stun. There's going to be the... That doesn't even matter. He's going to die before the stun. The ultimate stun. Death. It will do it to you. So, that was a 2 for 3? 2 for 2? No. I don't know. It was 2 for 1. But they were on different lanes, so it's okay. Not really. So meanwhile, who did better in that one? Probably Ashe did better because Ashe had, while both AD carries got killed, Ashe did get the kill. So that means more money for Ashe, which means a stronger AD carry. Meanwhile, Amphley does kill SeiferKatt, and Cho'Gath is not looking good. Tachyon's trying to get away. Is he going to make it? No, he's not going to make it. Oh, very disappointing for Tachyon. But all the same. Meanwhile, top lane, we've got God of the New World coming in. Jacobana just standing around, just wanting those minions to push. Maybe wanting to pretend that he's hidden. We've got a purple ward out by Ryder. I don't know. Numbers and names confuse me. So that takes out one of blue team's wards, which makes ganks from Amphley a lot easier. I sound like a racing announcer. Meanwhile, she can be lucky on the inside. No, it's wrong game, isn't it? Is horse racing even a game? Oh, actually, I want to see. I think Jax is going to jump in on Needly here. Just being very patient. Missing farm being that patient. No, he doesn't want to go in on his own. He just wants to get the experience. He doesn't want to go for the gold. Maybe just afraid of a gank. I don't know, there's nothing going on there. Although here, there's something going on. Diana's taking a lot of damage to SeiferKatt, but SeiferKatt is going to run away. Is Dagu going to be in Reckless? No. Meanwhile, Vayne and Nunu just chilling out, just having a good time. And, the purple wave is pushed, so Exploding Turtles has free farm while Exop's Power and Raider stand back. Meanwhile, we've got Dagu chasing up SeiferKatt. Will that be the kill? No, it will not. But SeiferKatt has got to be afraid of this. Oh, and that explains why Vayne was standing around doing nothing. Disconnected. Jax jumps in, gets the stun, God of the New World. And this is going to be close. They're not wanting to give this up. Ignite! Jacobana's going to go down on this one. Oh, very reckless. Meanwhile, Amphley and Raider is going to attack Exploding Turtles. Can they also get Sierra Real? They're going to back up. Nunu's going to back off from this. Amphley does not want to give this up. Going to kick her back? No, doesn't matter. Going to kill her anyway. And the final shot, almost kills Raider, but Raider gets away. The important thing in this game is make sure you have 1 hit point. No other hit points matter except for that last one. Exop's Power is reconnected. That's good. Meanwhile, 7 minutes in, we're 2k gold difference. Not a lot, but 2k gold could be quite a difference later. Meanwhile, Tachyon's coming in, possibly to cover mid lane. SeiferKatt not giving up lane. However, a single shot from Diana does a lot of damage, so you got to be very careful about that. There's a ping to Oriana. Get out of there, Tachyon's saying. I don't need your robotic flesh. However, the flesh of the moon is delicious. Dagoo tricks him. Tachyon going down very low. Diana is going to survive this. A feast, but no, Diana does not give a damn. And Dagoo takes another kill. Or takes his first kill. Meanwhile, Amphley is doing very well. 5 kills, no deaths, no assists. If Amphley goes in for a fight, Amphley is taking it, and you can't stop him. Meanwhile, Dagoo, will the blue be donated? Yes, the blue's going to be donated to Dagoo. Which, again, a Diana with a blue is very strong. Exploding Turtle's just getting a little bit more harassed than perhaps he was wanting there. And we're getting a gank up from Amphley, but that should have been spotted by the ward. Yes, it has been. We're going to have random Q fight in there. Yes, and the kick. And that'll just push Jax back a bit. Meanwhile, Needly, we're going to get a spear. No. How's Needly building? Needly is not building AP. Nothing wrong with that. I always like an AP Needly just because that damage is hilarious to watch. And Vayne is going to be in a lot of trouble now, but Vayne is probably going to get away. But will Ryder get it? Raider. In fact, oh! Support for an AD carry? Will they have one more? No, just support for AD carry. Meanwhile, the two junglers find each other, and they are not happy to see each other. Lee Sin's in a bit of a bad place. Amphley is just going to try and figure a way out of there without getting caught out of lane. Meanwhile, he finds red buff up. Well, it says red buff, so it's not really a theft. Meanwhile, Cho'Gath. What's Cho'Gath up to? Cho'Gath decides maybe that's not the best time for a gank and just wanders off. Probably helps that purple team had a ward set up. Meanwhile, Dagoo is fighting Scary Coast. Comes in very quick, very fast. Scary Coast does tend to do not so well. Oriana doesn't tend to do so well up close and personal. And unfortunately, that's where Diana excels. Meanwhile, Jacobana's got the Ignite on. A lot of damage coming from Amphley. God of the New World. Gonna get the kill. Will Amphley get away? Probably. Yes, very easily get away. Not a problem. And another kill taken by Amphley. Amphley does not want to give up any kills in this game. Amphley is just greedy. Lee Sin is thinking, I've lost my eyes, I'm not going to lose a kill. This is canonically true. Lee Sin doesn't like to let people live. That's why he set himself on fire in the first place. For a blind man, Lee Sin does very well, you've got to admit. So, very few level 2 boots built on Purple Team, despite their doing well. The gold lead's extended by another 1,000, but that can easily be brought back by maybe a dragon and a few kills. So, can't get complacent yet, Purple Team. Meanwhile, bottom lane is going how bottom lane does. Both AD carries trying to get farms. There's a lot of poke coming down from them as well. Yeah, I just kind of want to watch that actually. Let's watch that. No, there's nothing going on. Fight's reset. Dagoo and Scary Coast are about to encounter each other very close. Dagoo is probably going to get a lot closer if Scary Coast lets him, but no. I apologize for referring everyone as him. I don't actually know the gender of all the players. In fact, I only know the gender of one of them. Meanwhile, Scary Coast is very low. Diana is not going to let that go. Oh! Ignite for the finish. Not the most elegant way to kill someone, but hey, no one will ever complain. God of the New World pounces away from the Jax spin, avoiding the stun and possibly avoiding a lot of extra damage. So, God of the New World, good work. Jacobana gets slowed by Nidalee's traps, but gets away. Oh, something's going on down there. No, just pings to get away. But they know the jungler is there. They fear the blind man. Meanwhile, Dagoo is going to go in for Exploding Turtles. A lot of damage to Exploding Turtles. Exploding Turtles is in trouble. Zyra comes in. People are being thrown up by Cho'Gath. Amphley is going to go down. No, he's not going to go down at all. No, yes he is. No, he's still running. Auto attack will probably get him. He jumps through the wolves, but the wolves kill him. Oh, and meanwhile, Surreal is down as well. Yeah, I think it was Surreal. Zyra, yes, Surreal. Overall, Purple Team did well on that one. 2 for 1. I mean, they did get the shutdown, which is a little disappointing for Purple Team, but yeah, having two of the enemy down is not a bad day for them. Meanwhile, it looks like 3 of their team of the 4 that are up are going for mid lane. Will they go for the tower? No. It seems that Raider wants to go down. Nope, Raider's still chilling out. But at this stage, I don't think they're going to get the tower. They're just going to get a couple of hits on the tower. The tower's got plenty of health. And they're just going to have a good day. Okay, and the Cho'Gath is killing wolves. Because Void Beasts hate wolves. Meanwhile, Lee Sin going for... They're wraiths, not ghosts. And the item builds are starting to come up. Of course, since this isn't super high elo, you're not going to get a lot of crazy farm. You're not going to get Froggen levels of farm. Or even 1500 elo levels of farm. But the farm is still going fairly well. And if I have to give it to anyone so far, Diana is doing very well on farm. Diana is a great farmer. Mostly she farms wheat. Also a little bit of barley. She's pretty cool with farming. She likes it. Meanwhile, if you want to go on junglers, Cho'Gath's doing fairly well. Top lane's going fairly similar. Bottom lane, fairly similar as well. But really mid lane, Diana is just doing a very good job. Dagu is just doing... Dagu's got to be happy with his work here. He's even stealing wraiths. I mean, any day that you steal wraiths as a AP, you've got to be happy with that. And really, Orianna's got to be afraid of Diana. I mean, the ult's probably up. It's up all the time, usually anyway. Due to the way that Diana works, where her ult will refresh if you land her Q, which is the Crescent Strike, and then... Oh, what's going on with the junglers? Not a lot. But top lane is going to be pushed. Amphley is not happy about his death, and is going... Oh, but Amphley is down again. Jax is also down, leaving top lane to deal with the jungler. But God of the New World is low mana, probably doesn't want to fight too much, maybe just wants to turn to a cat and just have a good time. Nope, just going to throw weapons. How's Dagu building? Mostly tanky, a little bit of magic defense. Orianna is not having a good day with her items, just a Doran's Ring and a Mercury Treads. So, Dagu definitely has a strong advantage over Scary Coast. Meanwhile, Scary Coast pings red, but is okay. How's Xop's power going? Xop's power kinda low, but not too afraid, unless of course Ashe does something really amazing. Or we get a snare off, but only Raider is snared, so it's okay. Oh, 14 health, but going in for it. Going to save Xop's power. Meanwhile, Nunu takes the hit for Xop's power. That is excellent support work there by Raider. True, perhaps no one would perhaps Purple Team would have preferred no one to die, but acceptable that the AD carry survives. That way the AD carry can go back into lane faster and go back to farming faster. And for AD carries, farm is everything, as you may know. Meanwhile, Diana is going back to farming, and Scary Coast just is not having a good day. Low health, low mana. Dagu is just having a field day. A moon field day. Although, Tachyon and Dagu meet each other in the brush. But Dagu doesn't really care. Dagu is just going to kill him anyway. Amphley comes in, but misses out. He's a little bit disappointed, doesn't get the assist, but maybe Amphley just says, look, you can have that one. Meanwhile, Jake Obama is sick of the top lane and is just trying to get a gank in mid. Nothing's happening, though. He wants it, though. Look at him. You can see him. He just wants it so much. He doesn't quite know what to do, but because of this, he's not farming or doing anything at all. And Amphley and Dagu are probably going to go down to bot. They go perhaps a dragon. Are we looking at a dragon soon? We can see 2 red buffs. Oh, of course, because Dagu killed Tachyon, which meant the red buff. Oh, meanwhile, Zyra is kicked into the brush, into the trees, and then flashes over the wall to get to safety. Good use of flash. Meanwhile, Exploding Turtles is in a bad way, slowed, a lot of damage coming down. Exploding Turtles is not going to make it out of this alive. No, definitely not. Meanwhile, will Amphley make it out? Amphley is taking a lot of damage. It's going to get away with a sliver of health. Meanwhile, Sierra Real also down. That's a 3 for 0. Wow, purple team has got to be happy with that. In 18 minutes, we're looking at a 6k gold difference. And they're going to take Dragon quite happily. Meanwhile, on top lane, God of the New World is fighting against Cho'Gath, as happens a lot in top lane. But neither of them really want to do anything aside from poke. Purple team has slain the Dragon. That wasn't anything really too interesting. Dragon dies. And Vayne just wants to get farm. Because Vayne loves farm. Oh, that's not the button I want to press. That's the button I want to press. Meanwhile, Dagu is sitting around with 2k gold. All the blue team's pretty much spent out, whereas purple team, who's doing rather well and getting a lot of kills, Nunu's sitting around with a lot of gold, Vayne's sitting around with a lot of gold. They're probably going to go back and spend very soon. In fact, Dagu just wants to farm those minions and just get a lot of kills. Meanwhile, purple pings at top lane. Not quite sure what they're looking at. Maybe just because minions are pushed. I'm not sure. Cho'Gath is going back and just picking up a Bilgewater Cutlass, I think. And wards. Not seeing as many wards as I would expect, but perhaps about the number I'd expect for this level of game. Orianna is not leaving that tower. Orianna just... Oh! Orianna leaves the tower in the undignified way. Meanwhile, Cho'Gath thinks that Dagu is going to go for the kill, but no, decides not to. Ciarriel comes up, possibly to just cover mid lane to make sure that Dagu doesn't get a lot of free farm. But what are the items? Nothing really damaging. Meanwhile, Vayne purchases a Phantom Dancer, and Ryder purchases a Shirelia's Reverie. So they're going to... Purple team is doing very well for itself. I mean, if you look at corresponding items, okay, in case of Jax, Nidalee, they're kind of the same. Well, actually, Nidalee's quite a bit ahead, but Nidalee also has a lot of unspent gold. Cho'Gath goes in, but Amphy does not want God of the New World to go down. Gets slowed by a Q, I think that slows, I'm not sure. God of the New World probably needs to stay out of there. Cho'Gath is trying to run, jumps away, Amphy, can he chase him? Probably not. No, he's not going to make it. But Cho'Gath stops running. But the tower's there. Zyra is coming in, that's why. And also, we've got Cho'Gath. They really want God of the New World. God of the New World is low, 200 health. And Jax says, no sir, this is not your day. And Nidalee goes down. Meanwhile, Amphy is all alone, 3 against 1. But he's fed, so maybe he's alright. Dagu comes back with a giant spell, a blasting wand, and an amplifying tome. Well, I believe that is going to be a Rylai's Crystal Scepter. Very good on Diana. The slow really helps the chase. And also the escape. A little bit of damage going out to the tower, but nothing to write home about. Why would you write home about taking damage to a tower anyway? Dear home, today we did damage to a tower. It was really fun. But Cho'Gath is not writing any letters to the void either, because Cho'Gath just wants to kill Dagu. But Dagu is going to get out, and the camera decides it doesn't want to look at that. So I'm going to look at it anyway. A lot of damage coming out to Dagu and Amphy. Dagu is pulled in, but nothing is really capitalized on. They've got 4 at top right now, which of course means Ryder and Xop's power against exploding turtles. Xop's power is going to do a lot of damage and possibly get another tower down. So far in this game, only 1 tower's gone down. Xop's power is very low. Ryder is just going to do his Yo-Yak shout. What is it called? Absolute Zero, that's the one. And Ryder takes the kill. Meanwhile, Xop's power is going to do a lot of damage to bottom tower. Bottom tower is probably going to fall. Yeesh. Well, now that we have a little bit of a moment of quiet, I think. No, we don't. Bottom tower falls. That's 2 towers for purple team. And almost a 10k gold difference. 9k. 9 is like 10. We have a bit of quiet here, guys, so just so you know what's going on with these replays, I want to be doing 1 replay a week. I prefer to be doing not the same people that I know every week, so if you're seeing this replay and go, damn, I'd like to see one of my games be commentated on this channel, send me a message. My name is SeiferKatt. Yep, doesn't change anywhere else. And let me know on Skype and we'll organise a time. Of course, keep in mind, if your game is bad, but I like the commentary, I will keep the game. Remember the last game I had. Yeah. Oh, surrender vote fails for blue team. 2-3. No, it's the second one. A couple of people in blue team are not happy about this game. This game could be over very soon. Blue team is demoralized. Meanwhile, God of the New World just does great against Jax being able to avoid that stun. It's just so good. And we've got all the purple team roaming now. No brushes safe. The supporters gotten bored of top lane. Meanwhile, Amphley, what's going on with this? Kicked into the rest of the guns. And Jacobana goes down. And Exploding Turtles goes down. I remember your name, Exploding Turtles, because your name is fantastic. Don't ever change, mate. Don't ever change. Blue team is just doing what they can, but they're just losing towers left and right. And also center. Mostly on the right. Or the left, depending on which way you're going, I suppose. And Dagu doesn't want Scary Coast to get away. Wow! That was a lot of damage really quickly. Scary Coast, is he going to get away? No, we had another very sort of inelegant ignite. But look, a kill is a kill, right? Right. Scary Coast is not having a good game. Sorry about that, Scary Coast. Maybe next game. We all have bad games from time to time. I hope your team's not giving you a hard time, because that would be rude. Meanwhile, purple team just really wants that mid tower. Yeah, I don't think they're going to get it. I think they're going to back off before that happens. But Jacobana comes in, gets pushed back. Dagu, really aggressive, going to get knocked up. Dagu is probably going to be alright. God of the New World comes in. Amphley's coming in. God of the New World is taken down. Nunu uses ult. Lot of death everywhere. Ash is down. Exploding Turtles. That is 3 for 1 so far. Meanwhile, Cho'Gath, it's a 3v1 fight. This is looking bad for you. I know Cho'Gath's great. 4v1 fight. It's gotten worse. 4 to 1 kills. Nicely done. Meanwhile, Scary Coast hasn't been doing well, and Scary Coast continues to not do very well. And that is the surrender at 24 minutes. 9 to 30. Lots of goal difference. And that is the game. So congratulations to Purple Team. Congratulations to Ryder, God of the New World, Xops Power, Amphley, and Dagu. Be happy with your victory. For today, you have had a victory. And guys, I will catch you next time. Have a good one.